My thoughts on discrimination between polytechnic and university is that I think it is something that is uncalled for in the Nigerian educational system. Because if we are clamoring for change and progress, you just have to do it with everything that has to do with segregation, dichotomy, and discrimination. And for those who do not know, polytechnics from the onset were not meant to be an avenue where people will go and then they will come out and still need to further their education in terms of having a degree or anything. Whereas it's supposed to be a separate entity on its own, where people will recognize the certificate that is being given. And when you check around in Nigeria today, we have top-ranking polytechnics, the likes of Lagos State Polytechnic, Yaba Tech, Federal Poly, Laro. They have produced outstanding students over the years who are major stakeholders in many industries, oil and gas. We have them in the communication sector, agricultural sector. Now, when the government turns a deaf ear to the issues of discrimination between university and polytechnic, they are only breeding a nation where the youth they'll feel they are not good enough to take part in some certain things. For instance, if you graduate as a polytechnic student, there is this inferiority complex. For some people who do not know their worth, that they cannot compare with those from the university. Whereas, if you know your stand, probably if you have a very good result from the polytechnic, I assure you, there is nowhere in the world where you won't be able to take your stand on certain issues. So my recommendation is that for government to eradicate this issue of segregation and discrimination, first, they have to properly define what the requirements are as regards the minimum educational attainments that they want for people who they want in the workforce, in the labor market. Now, when you say someone who has HND is not yet ripe enough for the labor market, it means you are simply calling for someone to study for over 10 years of his life, to waste it in study. And the government has to have a rethink and properly they have to effect a change. And that change is the only way Nigeria can move forward. Thank you very much.